Hello all and welcome to CloudyML. Today we will have a small crash course on Tableau. Here we will see about the visualizations and then we will prepare a dashboards. So let's get started. So first of all, we should know what is a Tableau. So I've simply used Google and typed Tableau here. So you will get a site which says tableau.com. Here you can select and you can read about various information about what a Tableau is. So here we can see that Tableau software is an American interactive data visualization software company focused on business intelligence. So if plainly somebody asks me what is a Tableau, so Tableau is a business intelligence tool which helps in simplifying raw data in a very easily understandable format with the help of various kind of visualization to draw some meaningful business insights. And it was founded in 2003 in Mountain View, California, and is currently headquartered in Seattle, Washington. In 2019, the company was acquired by Salesforce for $15.7 billion. So this is basically a small overview and the definition of Tableau. Now, Tableau has certain product suite. So when you go to Tableau Products, you can understand it from here. You can go click on this link above and you can actually get to know what are the different kind of Tableau products. But here I'll just use this part that actually Tableau has basically 5 product suite, which consists of Tableau Desktop, Tableau Public, Tableau Online, Tableau Server, and Tableau Reader. So what is the difference? What are these actually? So what is first of all Tableau Desktop? So Tableau Desktop has a rich feature set and allows you to code and customize reports. So here you can create the charts, you can blend them all together, form a dashboard, everything you can do in a Tableau Desktop. You can also do a live data analysis, and Tableau Desktop provides connectivity to data warehouse as well as other various types of files. However, Tableau Desktop is a paid version wherein you have to pay $70 monthly to use Tableau Desktop, and it comes with 14-day trial period. So this is what a Tableau Desktop can do. Now, second is Tableau Public, which we will be using for this crash course. So this Tableau Public is specifically built for the cost-effective users. Basically, it is free. So by the word public, it means that the workbooks cannot be saved locally. So one demerit what a Tableau Public has is you cannot save the file on your local machine. You have to save it on Tableau Public, which is a public platform, and everybody can view that file unless and until you hide it. So there is an option wherein you can hide your work as well. But Tableau Public is a public resource and everybody can actually see that whatever visualization you have done. Similarly, you have Tableau Online. So Tableau Online, as the name suggests, is an online sharing tool of Tableau. Its functionalities are similar to Tableau Server, Tableau Desktop, but the data is stored on several servers hosted in the cloud, which are maintained by Tableau Group. What is a Tableau Server? Tableau Server is basically used to share the workbooks, visualization that are created in Tableau Desktop application across the organization. So once you use your Tableau Desktop to make the various kinds of workbooks, various kind of visualization in it, you can actually share it across the organization. And you have to first publish your work on Tableau Desktop. Once the work has been uploaded to the server, it will be accessible only to the licensed user. So Tableau Server actually is used to basically give the licensed users the the visualization in which they can actually do some changing. They can use Tableau server. So this is about Tableau server and Tableau online. Now Tableau Reader is a free tool which actually allows you to view the workbooks and visualization created using Tableau desktop or Tableau public. So whatever visualization you would create on Tableau desktop or on Tableau public, you can use Tableau Reader to actually read it, or you can actually use to see all the visualization. You cannot actually change anything in it. So this is a basic 5 Tableau product suite which is available for the users. Basically, Tableau desktop and Tableau public are actually used for creating the visualizations. Tableau online and Tableau server is used to actually share the workbooks, and Tableau Reader is just to view the visualizations, whatever you have done in Tableau desktop and Tableau public. Now there are various kinds of extensions available in Tableau files. So here I have opened tableau.com, wherein you will find the various kind of file types available in Tableau. So you have the workbook. First is workbooks. How workbooks are saved? It is saved by .twb extension. This Tableau workbook files have twb extension. And guys, workbook means that you will have the workbook with all the visualizations and dashboards, stories, everything, but it will not have the local data. You will not have a data set extract basically. So it will be very difficult for you to actually go on and change various things in Tableau workbook. But you have packaged workbooks which is saved by .twbx. Here you have the single zip file which will contain the workbook along with the supporting local data files and the background images. And this is the best way to package your work sharing with others. So here you can share the your work with all those people who does not have access to your original data, and they can actually work on your file, and they can actually get much more familiar than whatever visualization you have made. Now you have Tableau bookmarks, which is saved as .tbm extension, and this is basically a single type of worksheets. So a workbook will consist of various type of worksheets, and each worksheet, if you want to bookmark each worksheet can be saved as .tbm extension. Then you have Tableau extract, which can be saved as .hyper or .td. Also you have data source, which is a type of .tds. Then you have packaged data source .tdsx. So there are all these kind of various file types available in Tableau. So you can go through this document available in tableau.com, which will give you much more clarity. Though while using Tableau Public, we will have limitations actually saving all these files on a local machine, because you cannot do it in Tableau Public. You have to get a Tableau desktop here. But this is a very basic information which you can always go and get along as and when you are studying Tableau or working with it. But right now, the most important point is how to make the visualization, how to make the data much more interpretable and draw some good business insights from it. Let us get to a data set and let us learn how we can do that. So this is a data set which I have got from Kaggle. It is basically about IIT and NIT. So those who are from the engineering background, you will know that you have to give JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, and accordingly, as per the engineering courses, you have various kind of data, which is like closing rank, opening rank, and all these things. So let us first understand this in our Excel sheet to understand what is this actually about. So this is an ID which is very, it will not provide you any information. It is just index here. Then you have a year. So let us use a filter so that you can actually understand how you can, what are the actually value counts here. So here, when you click on this year drop down, so you can see the year is ranging from 2016 to 2021. So you have the data for 5 years from 2016 to 2021. What are the type of institutes? So the types of institutes are IITs and NITs. What is the round number? So what is the maximum rounds of counseling you will have here? So I have 1, 2, 6, and 7. These are basically the rounds of counseling. This is actually used for determining the opening rank and the closing rank actually. So that is why you just have 1 and 2 and 6 and 7, because generally many of the branches opening and closing rank can be determined between first and second counseling itself, and the closing rank can also be determined by second last and the last counseling. So that is why only 1, 2, and 6, 7 round number is given here. Now this is a quota. What is this quota? This quota is the various kind of quotas like AI, AP, home state, all India. All these things are there. This you can actually get to see the data dictionary in Kaggle once I actually use it. But for now, just leave this. This is basically various kind of groups of people, like this is J and K. So there are some reservations as per your geographical region. So that is how. So this is a home state reservation. This is J, Jammu and Kashmir reservation, and these will be some other type of reservation which we don't know actually. So this is a quota. Now what is this pool? This pool has two values. Suppose there is some reservations for females only, or some branches which will accept some seats for females only. So there will have this reservation, and generally gender is very neutral. So you'll not have any other reservation apart from females. Now this is a institute name. So you have IIT Varanasi, IISM Dhanbad, IIT Bhilai, IIT Bhubaneswar, IIT Bombay. So all sorts of institute name from IIT and NIT has been listed here. Now what is this program name? So program name is actually, program names is whatever types of engineering you are doing. So you have aerospace, agriculture, or some science streams like applied geology, all these things here. Similarly, what are the type of programs you have? So you have programs of 4 and 5 years basically. Either you have BTech or you have combined BTech and MTech, so which is a dual course. And this is the degree. So you have this degree here, which is BTech, BArch, BPharm, all this thing, because this is an undergrad. So you have 4 to 5 years of duration. Then you have this category, which is like general, OBC, SC, ST, all these categories. You have PWD, all these reservations are there. Similarly, you have the opening rank for a particular branch. Then you have a closing rank of a particular branch. And is preparatory is actually a type of course which has been launched by IIT and NIT for basically SCs and STs. So which all institute has a preparatory course? Which institute does not have a preparatory course? So this preparatory course is basically wherein so the candidates will be allowed to have like 6 months or 1 year of studies in IITs or NITs, and if they pass that year, they can actually go further to do their engineering or science course. So all this thing is there. I may miss up some points in the preparatory course, or some points in making you understand this data dictionary, but more or less this is what actually this data set is all about. So let us import this. This data set is a form of CSV file. So once you see this, so you have this is my version of Excel which I am using, and this is actually a CSV file. So this is a CSV file. Now this is my Tableau Public. So it is a it is a free tool, and you can actually use this Tableau Public to actually learn and do all your things, all the visualizations in Tableau. Whatever you can do in your Tableau desktop, you can do it in Tableau Public. But there is another disadvantage what a Tableau Public will have is you cannot import from a lot of sources. So you have all these sources which is here, and there are two server, basically one or two servers basically there will be. You can go to more and you can see these are basically servers from where you can actually import a file, and all these files it can read. But Tableau desktop has around 64 numbers of different sources from which you can import a file. So you cannot import a file from SQL or Azure using Tableau Public, which you can do it in Tableau desktop. So let us go to the text file, which is a CSV file, and this file name is data. So you can actually go on and import it. So I have just imported this file. Now this is done. So this file is here, and this will give you a brief about what file you have. This will give you the brief about whatever file you have, along with the data, along with the their numerical type. So this is a ID. This hash symbol shows this is a numerical type. This is year. So year, when you go and you see here, so it is actually showing a number value. So you can change it to date and time. So we will do it when you will study now. So we can go to sheet number 1 here. So here, the first and foremost thing what a Tableau does is it actually segregates your column names into two different categories. One is dimension and the other one is measure. So there is a thin demarcation in between, and above this thin demarcation, whatever value you will have, all these will be called as dimensions. Why? Because these fields are actually discrete, and this is used as a label. This is used to label, and this is used as a column name to do your visualization. And these are all measure names. This is dimension, and or whatever fields which are below this demarcation is called measures. Why? Because this is a continuous variables, and this can be aggregated. Aggregated means you can get the sum of all these values, median of all these values, average of all these values, and so on and so forth. Now the second important thing is whatever dimensions you will have a blue pill. So whenever you will move your cursor in your discrete field or a dimension, you will have blue pills. And when you do it in measure names or continuous variables, it will show a green pill. But here there is one important thing, that year, which is a discrete field only, it will act as a label. It has been converted into a Tableau has actually incorrectly read this year to a numerical data type which says it is continuous, and that's how it is showing a green pill. But it is also clubbed under dimensions, because Tableau understand that since the values are discrete, so you cannot use it for values, rather than you can only use it as a dimension or a labeling. So you can actually change this. How you can change it? You can just click on this hash here, and you can change it to date and time or date. So I will use date, because I will not have date and time here. So once I do that, the symbol has changed. So here you can see whatever categories are there. So all these are categories. All these are dimensions. So here you have ABC, which means dimension. Here you have ABC. All ABC is a textual field or a dimension. and you have a date field which is showing by the calendar value. Similarly, you have ID, which is a number, and it works as an index. So that is why, though it is a numerical field, but it is clubbed under the dimension. Similarly, it is upon you. You can actually choose to change any dimension to any measures to dimensions as well. So suppose I want to change this round number, because I have what are round numbers which we have. So you can change it. So round number is 1, 2, and 6, 7, what we have seen. So you can actually change this. You can go, you can click on this drop down here, and you can actually change the data type to string, or you can change this data, you can change it to discrete field. So you can just right click here, and you can actually convert to discrete. So once you do that, it will remain here, but round number sum. So it is showing blue pill here. You can see it is showing blue pill here, but we actually don't want to put it to discrete, but we want to convert into a dimension rather than discrete, because the discrete, what it will do, it will give you the values, but it will again sum it. So once I convert it to dimension, you see it has jumped from the lower section to the upper section. And here, once you put it to columns or rows, you will see all the discrete fields which is showing. So this is how you can change the measure to dimension. So remember guys, you should not change to discrete. So once you convert to discrete, so it will actually work as a dimension, but it will have all the aggregation properties with it. So rather than you should use it, you should directly change it to dimensions. So once you do that, it will jump from lower half to the upper half, and from here you can actually use it as a label. So this is a basic about dimensions, which are the values above this thin demarcation and which has a blue pill, and all the values which are below the demarcation is basically a measure, which is a continuous field and has a green pill. So now let us go and let us see different types of visualizations which you can do here. So suppose I want to understand different types of, suppose what is this category? So let us put it to rows. So once I put it to rows, I see all these categories here, which is general category. So let us see what is the closing rank of these categories. So once I drag this closing rank to my columns, so I have this bar graph which has been formed. This is an automatic view by which Tableau actually gives you an idea that this will be the much useful visualization in this case. But you can actually go to this marks card here, wherein you can go to this drop down here and you can change it to whatever visualization you want to use. So this is basically how you can use. Now there are various kind of buttons here which you should know. So here you can go to previous. This is a button wherein you can actually clean your sheet like this. This is an important button. You can clean your sheet, and you can actually, again, you can start up with. So this is a category. This is a closing rank here. This is a graph. You can actually turn this graph. So this is called a bar chart. So you can actually rename this sheet. So how you can rename the sheet? So you have sheet number 1 here. You just have to go and click here, and you can actually just rename it, just like you can rename the sheets in Excel. So you can write a bar chart here. This is the name. You can actually turn it around. So you can go to this symbol here, which is swap rows and column. Once you do it, it will just swap it like this, and this also will get swapped like this. Similarly, this button here, this shelf kind of button, is ascending sort and this is a descending sort. So suppose I want to sort it descending in a descending order. So once I do that, it will get sorted in a descending order here. I want to keep it in this way. It will be like much more visible here. Now, this is a text value here. Once you click on this, you will get all the values here. But hey, remember one thing. What importance will a closing rank sum will do? The sum of closing rank means I'm just summing up all the ranks of closing ranks. I don't need that, but I just need average. Like what is the average closing rank? So once I click on this drop down here, I can go to this aggregation which says sum here. So all these are type of aggregations which I can actually get it. So I can get sum, average, median, count, and count distinct. So I want average. So once I do average, so I get the average closing rank, which says that a general category has a closing rank of around 32,000. OBC NCL has 11,000. ST PWD has 29. This has 77. So this is how it can be done. You can sort it in a descending order here. So this is an average closing rank. Similarly, I can again click on this drop down and I can select median. So once I do the median value, which will say that the 50th percentile value is this, means that out of all the general people who have actually got selected, 13,000 is a median value, means all the 50% people are above this 13,000 rank and 50% people are below this 13,000 rank. So this acts as a median value or a central value which actually segregates or separates your data distribution into half. So this is the median value. So you can actually use median or average in this case. I can also use average. So once I use average rank will increase. Average means of all the people who have been selected, what is the rank they have scored and divided by number of people. So this is the average ranking here. So this is how this visualization can be done. Similarly, now suppose I want to see the different types of average ranks as per your year. So what I can do, I can choose year, 2 rows or maybe columns. So I have 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Similarly, I can choose my closing rank here and I want to see the average closing rank. So average closing rank for 2016, I can actually put on my text button here. Once I put on my text button, I can see that the overall average closing rank will be 3,267 for 2016 and it has increased till here. Now suppose I want to understand what is the average closing rank as per the institute. So what I can do, I can choose this institute and maybe let's see IIT and NITs. So what I can do, I can choose this institute type and put it onto color. So once I do it, so I have two different figures. So this is the marks card is very important, guys. Here you have color, size, label, path, tooltip and detail. What is the tooltip? This is a tooltip. So whenever I'm putting my cursor on the line graph, it shows what is the institute type, what is the year, what is the closing rank. So this is a tool type. And you can actually change the tool type also, which we'll see now. So this is how the average rank as per the institute type is there. Similarly, if you don't want to see as per institute type, you want to see as per the institute short. What is institute short? Add all member. So this is as per the different types of institutes. So there are various kind of IITs and NITs, but it is like very cumbersome to actually visualize this. So we'll just leave that, and we will use institute type to colors, and we can see this what is the institute type here. So this is how we can do it. Now let us see one thing, how you can change the name. Suppose whatever name you will put in your sheet, it will be reflected here. So you can actually go on like this. You can double click on it and you can actually change the font size and everything. So you can put it to middle like here. You can actually bold it also. You can change the size also, like I want to choose size 16, and you can also change the color if you want. So I can change the color to red, maybe like this. Once I apply it, you see this has changed. Now what is the tooltip here? So this is the tooltip. So how you can change the tooltip? So you can just click on this tooltip here, and it shows category and average closing rank. So you can write whatever you can actually write whatever you want here. So I can say that, okay, this shows the average closing rank by the categories. Suppose you want to write this information so that everybody can actually see. So you can do it, and similarly you can actually change the format and all these things. Suppose I want to make it bold, so I can do it like this. This is a bold. Once I do it, now if you do it, see, this shows the average closing rank by the categories. So this is how it can be done. See, this is the average closing rank by the category. So this is how you can do it. Similarly, this is a line chart. So when you have to use the line chart, you can actually rename this as a line chart here. Line chart. So when you should use a line chart is when you want to see the trend over time. So what is the trend? Trend means you have a certain form of time. So you have year here. So in this case, you can see the trends across the year. Suppose you want to see the trend by the month. So what you can do, you can simply click on this drop down here, and you can change it from year to quarter. Suppose you want to see by the quarter. So once you drop down it, drop it down here, and you can see by the quarter, but it will show you the same thing. Why? Because see, the field have changed from quarter 3, all this thing, but this graph will remain same because my data set does not have the values per quarter. It has only as per year. So suppose I want to change it to now quarter to suppose month. So I can change it to month like this, but again it will be like same only because I have a static data here. So in this case, I'm just telling you how you can actually change the different types of different values from the date. But actually here it is not being shown because I have a data per year. So you can actually do it. And similarly, you can actually use this plus sign here. So once you do it, it will show you the week, then it will show you the day, like this. So in this case, the graph will remain the same. Why? Because this is because it has only few fields here. And one more thing here is you have a standard view. So in standard view will give you a very contracted view of the visualization. So you can select on this drop down here, and you can select on the entire view to see all this up. So you can see average closing rank by IITs and NITs. So this is the graph. It should have been here. So let us see. This is year here, and you see this is how it is done. So these are few things. So you must know how you can make a bar chart and a line chart. So let us go to worksheet number 3. This is a sheet 3. Now there is one more button which is called show me button, which is here. Once you click on this here, you will get several types of charts. Like you will have the text table, you will have the heat maps, you have a pie chart. So guys, from this show me button, you can make a lot of visualization, and you can also see what all things are required for making a particular visualizations. So for example, I look at this pie chart, because pie chart is also very common if you want to analyze the different types of different types of fields, if there are not many fields. So you can actually see 4 to 5 fields very clearly in the pie chart. So what you need, for pie charts, try one or more dimension or one or more measures. So like we made line chart and bar chart, we can make it from this also. How we can make it? You can actually, suppose I want to see the degree institute shot, I will keep it in rows. Maybe this has a lots of fields here, will not look very good in the pie chart. I can take categories on rows. I can take categories on rows and closing rank in columns. When I do that, this will get highlighted. So you can simply select this. Once I simply select this, you can go to this viewing pane and change the standard to entire view. Change the standard to entire view, and you can get the entire pie chart with the category. And you can change this sum to average. This is the aggregation, sum to average. So you can change like this. So it is now done. And similarly, you can actually go and label this closing rank and put it to label. And then you can change the default aggregation from sum to average. And now you can get all the fields as per your requirement. So this is one way of making a pie chart. You can actually take it from here, click the highlighted symbol, whatever it is, and then you can actually make a pie chart. One more way you can make it without using this is that if you are using Tableau regularly, you can directly use it. Suppose I clear this all up like this, and you can simply go and select, get this mark. In the marks card, you can actually select pie here. Once you select pie here, there will be an additional shelf which will be called angle. So in this case, what you can do is you can actually go get your closing rank here in angle, change this default aggregation from sum to average, and then what you can do, you can go again, take the closing rank and go to size here. Once you do that, again you change this from average, sum to average. So this is done, and then you can go to category and put it to color. So once you do it, you will again get the pie chart. So this is how a pie chart can be made. But remember guys, you should not make a pie chart, or pie chart is not useful for visualizations if we have too many fields. So if I get, so here at least there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 to 6 fields you can easily visualize in a pie chart. But if it is more than that, then it gets very cumbersome. You will not be able to identify the sectoral demarcation if you have so many fields in pie chart. So this is how you can make a pie chart. You can actually label it as per the closing rank, like I said earlier, and you can also change the default aggregation to sum. Default aggregation to average. Now, after we get a pie chart, there is one more visualizations which generally you have to use when you are actually measuring the relationship between continuous variable. So all this, a bar chart, for preparing a bar chart, you will need at least one dimension and one measure. Similarly, for a line chart, you would need at least one dimension and one measure. So here, year is acting as a dimension, obviously. So for pie chart also, you need at least one dimension and one measure. One measure. So what is the measure which I have used? I have used closing rank. And what is the dimension which I have used? It is the category which I have used. So all these things, all these three types of charts need one dimensions and one measure. Now suppose I want to understand the relationship between two numerical fields or two measures. What you can do it? Suppose I want to understand the closing rank and opening rank relationship. So what I can do, I can simply go and put closing rank to column and opening rank to rows. Change the default aggregation from sum to average. This is default aggregation from sum to average. And you see a point kept here. What is this point? Which is showing in a graph with an x-axis of average closing rank, which is the row, and y-axis of average opening rank, which is the y-axis. And you have a point which says the average closing rank is 10,000 and average opening rank is 8,000. This is what it is. Now I want to check it as per the institute type, or maybe I want to check it as per the institute names. So I can click on this institute short, put it to colors. It will ask whether I want to add all the members or filter them add. I will choose add all the members. Once I do it, so there will be a legend here which will be showing you all the institute's name, and accordingly these will be all the scatter plots as per your as per the average opening and closing rank. You can actually change the shape also. Suppose I want to put this kind of circle with full color, so it can come up to like this. You can simply change the size also, or you can increase the size as well. Suppose I want to increase the size to little bit, so it will increase to like this. The size you can increase, you can control the size from this size button under the mark shelf. Now, what all business insight or important insights you can get from here? So here you can see, what is this? This is NIT Mizoram, which has the high average closing rank and low opening rank. And what is this? NIT Sikkim. So you can say that NIT Sikkim and NIT Mizoram are least preferred by the students who have cleared the entrance exam for IITs and NITs, because these actually have the highest opening rank and highest average closing rank. So these are the least preferred institutes. What is the topmost, like which institute has the lowest average opening and lowest average closing? It is all these institutes right here. So you have like IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, and if you suppose control, if you can change the even if you want to like minimize all the sizes, again suppose I put it here, I can get better demarcation. So here I can get IIT Bombay, IIT Guwahati, IIT Bhilai, IIT Delhi. So all these are the most preferred branches or most preferred colleges of the students who have cleared the exam. So these all types you can actually present to your business group, or if you have any management who is like wanting you to analyze all this data set, so you can present the chart as per this. And you can say that actually this is the cluster. This is actually a cluster of institutes which are mostly preferred by the students who have actually cleared the entrance exam. So my point here is to make you understand how you can visualize this. So you have a scatter plot here. Scatter plot. Scatter plot is used to visualize two numerical features, and it actually has one dimension which will be in color, so that you can actually get the proper scatter. Similarly, you have different types of other visualizations also. There are n number of visualization which you can do it in Tableau, like funnel chart or Pareto chart, all these specialized kind of things. But we will not go into all those charts because we have a time limitations, and also I want you all to understand how the basic Tableau interface works. But yes, you can make all these things, like you have a tree map out here. For tree map also you need at least one measure and one dimension. So suppose I want again a institute short and maybe the average closing rank. Again, I'll just change it, the default aggregation to average. You can go and you can click on this tree map here. This tree map will actually give you the idea of the least preferred and the most preferred institutes. So you can see NIT Mizoram, NIT Sikkim, NIT Manipur. These are at the far right of the legend, which is showing the average closing rank, which says that these three institutes are actually least preferred by the student, because not many students wants to go into all these institutes. They have the high average closing rank, and all these have the high average, less average closing rank, and these are most preferred by the institutes. So you can rename it as a tree map. So these are basically 5 types of regularly used visualizations in your Tableau. So you can actually explain a lot of business insights from these 5 to 6 visualizations, and you have your options for using different types of other visualizations also, which I will leave you to explore. But now I will explain you few important techniques which you can usually use to make your visualizations much more interactive. So suppose I go to this first chart, which is called a bar chart. So here I have this, these are the basically categories. So you have general, OBC, NCL, general, EWS, SC, ST, general, PWD, all these things are available. But generally, when you want to go and you want to show this visualization to your partner or maybe colleague, so you know, who knows what is just general PWD or OBC, NCL, PWD. This can be used if somebody is a domain expert, but generally people will have only 3 categories in their mind, that okay, I just need general, OBC, ST, SC. These 3 categories are there, and what is the average closing rank which has been, which all these 3 categories have got. So what you can do? So for that you can actually group. So there is one function which is called grouping in Tableau. So in that case you can group your preferred fields, and you can actually make your visualization much more interactive. So for that, what you can do, this is the category. So you can go to the category, you can right click on the category, and you can go to create. There are 4 fields like calculated field, group, set, and parameter. You can go to group. When you go to group, you will have all this particular categories here. So what you can do, you can press Control from your keyboard and select all the GEN categories wherever it is. It means that general, that is, and I don't care about what is PWD, Public Works Department, or what is EWS. I don't have any idea about it, frankly speaking. I just want what is the average cutoff of the general category. So I've just grouped all this up, and I'll simply press group here. So once I do that, I will get to name here. I can name as general category. This is done. Now I need OBC. So you have 2 fields, OBC NCL and OBC NCL PWD. So I can actually select both of this. This is group. So now I can select this and this, and I can again group. I can write OBC category. Again, I can group it. Now I have 4 SC/ST categories here. I can again press Control, and I can select all these 4 categories here, and I can again press group. I can write SC/ST category, and I can group it. Then I can apply these changes, and it's done. So you have got a dimension created, which is called category group, and you have a pin kind of symbol here. So whenever you have a pin kind of symbol here, pinning means you need pin to club 2-3 papers together. So pin means it's a group. So what you can do, you can simply select this and you can put it to colors. Once you do that, you see all your visualization have been colored by the group. So you have three groups here: general category, OBC category, SC/ST category. So you have the colors. Basically, you can also change the colors. You can go here, you can click on this symbol right here, drop down here, and you can go and you can edit the color. And suppose I want a green color for the OBC category, and maybe red is okay for SC/ST and blue is for general. Okay, I just selected green for OBC category. Then I apply the changes and it's done. So my OBC category will be what? Green in color. So this is how you can actually make your visualizations much more interactive. And you can actually remove this as well. You can actually remove this and you can use this also. So this will be the case when you have three groups with three average closing rank. So what is the average closing rank of general? It is 17. It is like 13, 10,377, and for STS it is 3,299. So you can actually use this also directly, and you can actually get these visualizations in place so that you can actually give it take some good meaningful information out of this. So this is how a group function actually is used in your different types of visualization. Similarly, you can use these type of visualizations in this also. Like you can use it in scatter plot also. You can actually go to your institute shot, right click on this, go to create, and then you can group also. So you have all the institutes name and IITs and NITs across India. So you can actually group them by the regions, maybe north, east, west, south, and you can actually find out the different kinds of cutoff as per the region. So you have different ways by which you can use the group by function. I will leave you to explore this again. And now after group function, let us go and understand one more important types of filter. How you can use the filters in your visualization. So suppose I'm again dragging this institute shot to rows and maybe the average closing ranks to the columns. I change this default aggregation from sum to average like this and sort it to the descending order. Now, suppose I want to understand the top or bottom 10 maybe 10 or 15 institutes. What I can do? I can simply select this institute shot to filters. This is a filter pane, and this will be used to filter your things out. So you have this general filter where you can actually select from the list. How you can select from the list? I'll select use all, or it is already selected. So you can actually use this to manually select. You can actually use a custom select also. Then you have wildcard. So wildcard contains all those filters with an alphabet starting letter and alphabet ending letter. Then you have the condition. Then you have the top. So I want a top. I want to understand maybe the bottom top 10 as per the closing rank. So I can actually understand which are the top 10 institutes preferred by the students. So I can select the bottom 10 and I can select apply, and it is done. So you can see what is the bottom bottom 10. This is IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras. All this is the bottom 10. Now suppose somebody asks me what is top 5. Again I have to right click here. Again I have to edit filter, and I have to again like change the value here to 5 or maybe 15 as per the requirement. But don't you think if I get some control, if I would get some control so that I don't need to go every time to the filters pane and I can edit it, won't it be nice? So in that case, a parameter is used. Parameter is actually a very interactive features which can actually work with filters, sets, calculated fields, and it gives you very good interactability in a visualization. So suppose in this case, I want to make a parameters because I want to get a control of the top 10, top 15, top 20. I can do whatever I want without editing the filters every time. So what I can do, I can simply right click here again, get to edit filters. This is the top. What I can do, I can select on this drop down here and create a new, select on this, create a new parameter. Once I do that, this is the current value 5. What range of values you want? I want from 1 to 100 and it is fixed, and I'll just click OK here. Once I do that, I got a parameter here, and then I can right click on it and I can select on show parameter. So there will be a pane, there will be a slider. So you can actually click on whatever you want. Suppose I want top 15 or bottom 15, which means top 15 or top 19 institutes most preferred by the students. So I can actually drag this slider in and out, and actually I can understand what all institutes the students actually prefers. You can actually edit it also to type in. So I can just select on this and go to edit title, or maybe not edit title. I can go to slider or type in. I can go to type in and I can actually type. Suppose I want top 5. It is done. Once I once I write 5, I'll just press enter. It's done. So this is how a parameters can actually work, and rest all the others filters you can actually see. So suppose I want some conditional filter. So let us put it first, not 10, not 5, but I can say 20. Let's put it 20, bottom 20. So these are bottom 20 institutes preferred by the students. Now let us see other filters options. So right click on it, edit filter, go to condition. So suppose I want to highlight all those maybe companies, or all those companies which have less than 50,000 rank or less than 25,000 rank. So what I can do, I can go to by field. I want closing rank. This is average closing rank. What is the minimum and maximum value here? This is the minimum and maximum value. I want all the institutes with rank less than 25,000, say. All the institutes with rank less than 25,000, and I can apply. Once I do it, all these institutes are there with a rank of 25,000, because I am actually keeping top 20. But suppose I write top 50, maybe. All the institutes will be there, but it will not, this will not pass 25,000. Or suppose I say top 100. Let's keep all the institutes here. Here also you can see it will not actually get more than 25,000. So this is how you can use the conditional filters. Similarly, what you can do, if you want to understand about the wildcard filter, so suppose I want to filter all those institute which start with I, say. I can put apply and OK. So it is all changed. So you have all the institutes with initials as I. So this is a wildcard filter. Again, you can edit the filter, and suppose I want all the institutes with which ends with, suppose for example, I take a dummy value A. Let's see what happens. Applying it, I see these are few institutes with the ending letter as A. But remember, all through this process, I have my top filters being applied. I have my conditional filters, which is like less than 25% applied. Then I can apply a wildcard filter, and I can also apply the general filter. So you can actually use this, and you can actually use multiple filters here to filter according to your need. So here you know about different types of filters. So you have the wildcard filter, you have the top filter, you have the conditional filter, you have the parameters to actually control all these things. So you can actually type top 5 here, but it will not change properly. Why? Because you have all the A's. You have actually kept a filter which says all the institute name which ends with A. So just have to work with this all together to make a proper visualizations. Now, after this, one more important thing which is left is the parameter. Not parameters, sets. So sets and group are actually similar kind of uh, has a similar kind of work, but the only difference for set is you have only two things in sets, in and out, something which is inside a set, something which is out of the sets. So suppose I again take institute short here, keep it to rows, get to closing rank, put it to columns, and then change the default aggregation from sum to average and sort it to descending value. Now suppose I want to actually get two sets. What should be the sets? I want one set with all the institute which is less than 50,000 rank and some institute which has more than 50,000 rank. I want some 50,000 as a cutoff so that I can actually analyze for some purpose. What I can do, I can simply go to institute short, right click on it, go to create, and we have seen group, we have seen parameters. Let us see sets now. So once I create a set, again there are different kinds of things. So select from the list, nothing is selected. You can use all. Then you can directly go to top. Once I go to top, I can see all this top 10 by field or everything, but I don't need top in this. I need a conditional set. What is a conditional set? By the field, closing, what is the minimum and maximum opening and closing rank? This is it. So I need less than 50,000 and more than 50,000. So I'll just write 50,000 here and it is done. Once you do it, you have institute short set and you have a kind of two circle combined up together. So this is the symbol of institute short set. This is the symbol of sets particularly. So once you put this to color like this, all these things will be highlighted. So these all institute have the less than 50,000 rank and all these institutes have greater than 50,000. And this in is blue and out is not highlighted. So this is how you can use set, and you can edit it also like this. So if you want some institute short set, you can directly edit set, and you can get it to 25,000 if you want. I want to change it to 25,000 like this. So you can actually do it. You can apply the changes and it is done. So all these institutes have less than 25,000. All these institute have more than 25,000, and that is why you have two options in legend, which is in and out. So all these are inside the set and all these are outside the set. You can use it. You can change the colors and all by your means, as I have shown in the last slide. So you can actually change your color, you can change the tooltip, you can edit your title. All this interactivity you can actually do from this also. So this is how you can use all these things. Now suppose one more final thing which is left is, suppose I want to analyze the difference between the opening rank and the closing rank, and I want to analyze the institute range, opening and closing rank as per the institute. So what I can do is, so for that you cannot find opening and closing rank difference anywhere. I have the opening rank and the closing rank, but I don't have the average opening and closing rank difference. So for all such things you need a calculated field. So how you can do it? You can simply go here, you can select create a calculated field. Once I use create a calculated field, I'll just leave the heading as calculation on. What I can do, I can simply write closing rank minus opening rank, and once I do it, the calculation is valid. Remember, while using a calculations, you should not write everything on your own. So suppose I started typing closing, CLO. So it actually, Tableau is intelligent enough to show you the particular field starting from these letters. So you should actually select this. So you will have least chance of doing error. What is the opening rank? So I will write OP and Tableau will show opening rank suggestion. Just click on this. Once you do it, you have the assurance that the calculation is valid. So you can apply it directly and it is done. So now if suppose I want to see the different types of these are the institute short, which are the various institute, and I want to analyze the average opening difference between average opening and closing rank as per the institute type. So what I can do, I can simply drag this calculation to columns and change it to average, the default aggregation to average, sort it into descending order. So you can see NIT Mizoram has the average difference between the closing rank and the opening rank as 35,000. What is the least? You have IIT Delhi. So IIT Delhi has the least difference between the opening and closing rank, and thus it makes much tough. It takes a student a lot of effort to get into IIT Delhi. Means there is very less range. So anybody who has like got a very high rank can directly is actually opting IIT Delhi, and thus the average difference between the closing rank and the opening rank is very less. That is very 333. And it actually goes on increasing like this. So this is how you can use calculated field also. So guys, I hope you are all following up properly how you have to make a particular visualizations, how you can use the group function, how you can use the sets, how you can use the filters, you can use parameters, you can use these calculated field. So calculated field is all the field which you can create by using the existing fields. It's a new field which you will actually make by the help of all the existing field, and then that you can use for the visualizations. So after this you can actually make a dashboard. So you have a plus symbol here which will take you to a dashboard. So here you have the layout, which is default and font. So I'll keep it as default. Then you have a size. So once you click it here, you have the range. You can actually change the different ranges. You can change the height as per your pixels, all these things. Or you can simply directly click on this range here and you can go to automatic. Once I do automatic, my entire pane is like open up for the dashboarding. So dashboarding is nothing but you can use all the visualizations in one place to actually showcase your analysis better. So suppose I want a bar chart here. I can just put bar chart here. In this case, I can put a line chart in this case like this. You can put a pie chart here in this case. You can put a scatter plot in this case like this. And this is how you can make a dashboard. This is, remember, this is a tiled, the tiled is selected here, which means that it will actually auto fit. Whatever visualizations you will put here will actually get auto fitted. But suppose you don't want that, you can actually get to floating. Once you do floating, if you choose bar chart, it will be like this. It will be like floating across the screen, and you can actually place wherever you want to. The good practice is to use a floating and a tiled, floating then tiled, and use the horizontal and vertical container. So you have a horizontal and vertical container. So suppose I choose floating here, I use a horizontal container here. So in this case, this will actually align all your visualization horizontally. So suppose I put a bar chart here. So, okay, you can then change this to tiled here. Then what will happen? Whatever you will put inside this container will actually be auto fitted. So you can put a bar chart here like this. Similarly, you can put a line chart here like this. You can put a scatter plot like this. Since it's a horizontal container, it will actually place your visualization horizontally. And also if you put a vertical container, it will place your visualization vertically. So nonetheless, this is the basic option wherein you can actually go on and you can actually, suppose these two are there, scatter plot is third and maybe the pie chart is fourth. So you can actually use these kind of dashboard to actually give or and make the business community understand about your analysis. You can actually show what is bar chart, what is scatter plot, what is line chart, pie chart, and you can use your various kind of interaction, like you can use a parameter, groups, sets, all these things in this dashboard also to make it more interactive. So guys, this was a brief introduction to Tableau, wherein I actually told you how you can make various kind of visualization and various kind of interactive features you can use, like group, set, calculated field, and parameters. I hope you like this small course on Tableau, and if you have liked it, please share our video, like our video, and please hit the like button and subscribe button of CloudyML. That's it for this video. Thank you.